Backup guns, are they bullshit or is there a benefit? Hey everybody, thank you for stopping by the channel. I had mentioned this topic of carrying a backup gun in a previous video, and it kind of got glossed over and a lot of the nuance was lost. And I received a couple of questions where I think people missed the whole point of why I carry a backup gun. This all started back when I was going through the Costa Ludus handgun course. Chris Costa had mentioned how he had a friend who was a patrol officer who would carry a hammerless little J-frame style gun, revolver in .357 in their pocket. And if he had an unsure feeling about a stop or wasn't for sure, he didn't want to unholster or show any intent that might make the person uncomfortable, especially if it was just a bad feeling on his part. So he carried that revolver in his pocket, and he would put his hand in the pocket and be holding on to the revolver and walk up to the window. Hey, license, registration. If something crazy happened, he could always, at moment's notice, boom, he's already ready. And it's actually even faster than reaching and drawing and blah blah blah. So my philosophy on it is I generally carry appendix. I've got a good trustworthy gun, and I've got a spare magazine. In today's age, that's really all you need, because the vast majority of any problems you're going to have are going to be magazine or ammo related, as long as you buy a quality handgun. A Glock, a SIG, a M&P, a CZ, a Beretta. There's all sorts of good quality handguns out there that you can trust your life to these days. The magazine or an ammo malfunction is what is most likely going to cause you an issue. So if you have a gun, if you have a backup magazine, your gun's out, my gun's loaded, I just got home, so I'm not going to unholster the gun. It is chambered, loaded, ready to go. So you pull your gun out, you engage a target, you have some sort of malfunction, rip the magazine, rack, insert new magazine, you're good to go. Back in the olden days, the Wild West days, it was quicker to drop your revolver and carry a spare revolver. I mean, you didn't have time to change out cylinders, and when it was cap and ball gun, good luck, it was easier to carry 3 or 4 revolvers on you, and that way you could shoot, way more times. Anyway, there was no fast reload. There was no 15 rounds in a magazine, or this one's actually 17, but you get the point. So with that, my general everyday needs are met. The reason why I sometimes carry a revolver, a pocket revolver, is sometimes I go places with people who do not carry. For example, my son doesn't carry. My wife doesn't carry. My mom carries sometimes. My dad does not carry. If I was to go somewhere with my son and we've got his daughter, my granddaughter, my grandkids there, if something bad happens, I've got this. I can get us out. We're going to go. We're leaving. What happens if you can't leave? Well, I'm going to take and try to protect what's me and mine before you and yours. And I'm going to do the best I can. Okay, well, let's up it a notch. What if there's something I could do? Or maybe I want to do something. Maybe someone's shooting up and I know that there's kids there, and I'm not going to let a bunch of kids get shot. I can take this. I can hand this to someone I know and trust. I'm not handing this to a stranger. I'm not handing this to someone who's never handled a gun before. But I can take and hand this to my son or my wife or whoever and say, protect the grandkids, protect whatever. Lock yourself in the dressing room, and if someone tries to open that door, you just squeeze the trigger. That's one reason why I wanted a revolver. I wanted something, A, that would be basically idiot proof. This gun, all you've got to do is put your finger on the trigger and squeeze. They don't have to worry about racking a slide. I don't carry a reload. I'm not carrying spare ammunition for this. I'm giving somebody 5 shots to defend themselves. So for example, I'm at a Walmart and I'm in the back of the store and there's no way out except going through the front, and someone's up front shooting. And I know that there's women and kids up there, and I feel like I want to protect them. I've got my gun, I've got my reload. I'm with my wife and we're babysitting the grandbaby. I give my wife this and I tell her, you hide here with the grandbaby, I will try to be back. If I don't come back, you know I died trying to protect everyone. If I do come back, I will let you know. If someone tries to come in here that is not me, you shoot them. That's the reason why I carry a revolver. It's not really for me. It's a way that I can make me and mine more safe, a force multiplier than just me having a gun. Now, yeah, if my wife carried, if my son carried, if everyone I ever went anywhere with carried a gun, I wouldn't carry this. But since I go places with people whom I trust and love, and they don't carry, I want to have the option. I will take the weight penalty. I will take the inconvenience to make for sure that they are safe. It's a minimal penalty on my part to know that I can make us a force multiplier and make it to where we have a greater chance of living. I am going to take that. I'm going to put this in my pocket. I don't care how much the extra weight is. It hides, it's concealed. I don't have to worry about it. No one knows. It's not uncomfortable. And if things ever went bad, I can get to it. That is my #1 philosophy on a backup gun. It's not for me. It's for me to give to someone. Now, there is a time that I believe a regular backup gun philosophy may be warranted. Something like this, specifically something like this, specifically something similar to a hammerless revolver, and that's going to be during wintertime. I appendix carry. In the wintertime, I'm going to have on multiple layers. I'm going to have on a base layer. I'm going to have on a t-shirt. I might have on a jacket or a hoodie. I'm going to be layered up, and it can be difficult to get through all of those layers to get to your gun. So, in the wintertime, you're layered up. You're zipped up. It's cold outside. And now I've got to try to fight through all of these layers to get to the gun. Or I can do that. Or if that pocket is taken up for whatever reason, I can do that. I can have my hand on it and I can shoot it inside the pocket. I can shoot it just like this. I can work my finger in behind the holster, into the trigger, bang, 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 5 times, get off of me. That gives me time to where I can fight to get to these layers. That, I believe, is a viable reason to have a backup gun. Do I do it every time? No. Like today. Today, it's actually not bad outside. I'm actually hot in this. I want to say it's in the low 60s. And if I'm wearing just a jacket, I can get to it okay. But if it's 20 degrees outside, I've got on a jacket, a sweater, a t-shirt, a base layer. You're fighting a whole lot of layers to try to get to that gun. And like I said, with this particular jacket, I can get to it okay. Now you have your shirt untucked, jacket on, you can miss. What happens if I do that and then I got to reach and do that? Whereas if I know I'm going to have on lots of layers, I can have my hand on the revolver right now and no one knows. I start getting an eerie feeling about somebody. Someone just doesn't look right. I can put my hand in. I've got a good solid grip on my gun right now. And I can easily draw it at a moment's notice right out of my pocket, and boom. So, in closing, a backup gun, bullshit or benefit? I believe for the right instance, there are benefits. I believe if you're carrying it just for you and you're wearing normal clothes like I am today, it's probably going to be more in the lines of bullshit if you're carrying it. You've got on lots of layers. You're with someone who you love and trust who doesn't have a firearm for whatever reason, whether they choose not to carry, whether they're visiting from out of state, you know, and they couldn't bring their gun with them, whatever the case might be. If it's someone that I love and trust, I can be a force multiplier. I can take the weight. I can take carrying this in my pocket, and I will take that to help protect the ones I love and the ones I care for. So in closing, with those two philosophies in mind, you're all layered up. It may be hard to get to your main weapon. Or you're with someone who you know, love, and trust who doesn't have a weapon on them for whatever reason. Those are the two philosophies that I believe are a benefit for a backup gun. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, I am on Patreon. If you'd like to support the channel, it's $3 a month. It gets you early access to videos and it gets you access to the Discord server. We are always on the Discord server. We're talking different stuff. We're talking smack. We're having fun. We're learning. Check it out. It's $3 a month. One less Starbucks a month, and you can help support the channel. Thank you. I appreciate it. Love you guys. We'll see you later.